Welcome to Forex Films. Today is Friday, August the 26th, 2011. We've got two major events that can really move the markets today. One being US GDP here in a little over an hour, and then at 10 Eastern Daylight Time we have the Fed Jackson Hole meeting in Wyoming. And US GDP is commonly known as major indicator that people use for health of economy, and that's why that's important. The Jackson Hole meeting is because this is where Bernanke announced QE2 last year, and there's been a lot of speculation about him announcing QE3 this time around. The problem with that is, at the last FOMC meeting, everybody was saying, oh, he has to announce some sort of stimulus or QE3 just because of the condition of the markets. And of course he didn't do anything except announce low rates until 2013, which everybody expected. And there's no reason that he has to do that again this time. But the medium-term trend will really be defined by this anyway. So let's look at where we're at and where this could take us. This is a 1 hour chart of the euro. See, we've been making lower highs and we're already starting to reverse again, but this is just more the euro meandering before these high risk, high volatility events. Here is the daily chart. As you can see, we've been deadlocked for several days and we're forming into a smaller range. And this really isn't that normal for the euro. So you can tell we're waiting, and when the news comes out, we'll see a major move. I'm confident that this will be lower, but the risk is higher for long positions because it would take a lot more downside to signal that we're continuing lower than it will upside. Just see a break up here, 45.50, and really a break of anything up into the 45s would probably signal that reversal. But if we move out to the weekly chart and see the medium term, we have 3-wave rise here, then a 3-wave rise here. What looks to be 3 waves down, but could really be wave 1, and then a truncated wave 2 here. So the two options break lower. This was wave 1, and we're going to continue medium, long, short term all lower. If we get QE3, which is the only thing I see causing us to move higher, then at a bare minimum we would make it back up into 147s, and this could still be wave 1, but most likely we will break this previous 153, get to 154, 155 before reversal, and then this would be completed as wave W, wave X. This would be W of Y, X of Y, and then Y of Y would be the final terminal wave. So here is a 4-hour chart of the Aussie US dollar. This was greater than 50% correction, so we've satisfied a good second wave from this first wave move down. And we come over here, we're reversing lower again. It looks like this looks very much like a second wave correction here. So if we get continuation lower, we could really surge lower after Bernanke's speech. Dollar yen. I was expecting a rise to be capped by 78, but this 77.70 rise, though it could be fulfilled, is not necessarily fulfilling the whole correction. So because of where this risk is at, like a fifth wave, I'm not really that interested in trading this when there's a lot of better, more viable trading opportunities at the current time. Pound dollar, also 4-hour chart. This made this short-term head and shoulders pattern. That was a very good trade. But if you look at the wave patterns here, we probably have wave 1, 2, 3. This could be the entire correction, or we could continue consolidating for a while before another move lower. And this could just be another smaller subdivision too. So continue to be bearish on the pound. I think in the next move down, the euro will probably fall faster because it has been in such a consolidation for so long. Now we have the dollar Swiss, which this has probably been the most annoying pair here lately. I've been expecting it to fall. If you try to do a measurement on this correction here, seems to me at least that it's far too shallow to be complete. If this is a triangle, we would probably see another thrust, but it's probably not going to be too great. I don't see it passing 81, but really still 76.50, 75.50 is what I'm looking at for downside targets, but I want to wait and trade how this moves after the US volatility. Dollar CAD. This has been in a lot of consolidation, but that's pretty much normal for this pair since Canadian and US economies are so closely related. And this is basically just like the euro, consolidating here for quite a while now, waiting for the next big fundamental event to drive the direction. And I think that's definitely going to be higher, just like I think the euro is going to be lower, but obviously trade what you see. And lastly, New Zealand dollar. This was great because this forced me into a 5-wave count lower, so I realized this was going to be 3 moves in a corrective fashion. And this attempt at new highs has been met with a lot of resistance. We're still making lower highs just like on the Australian US dollar. And this looked like it wanted to go higher, maybe to 83.75, but we'll see. US GDP could make those short-term new highs happen before the Bernanke speech, even if it turns out very bullish for US dollar. That's it for today. Just make sure you watch for the event risk coming up and trade what you see. Good luck.